So, welcome everyone to our special Solstice Soul Power session today with me, Louise Charman-James from Soul Signature. So, I was just saying today it's the 22nd, we have 22 of you registered, and I know a lot of you are catching on the replay. So, welcome if you're listening on the replay, and lovely to have some of you here live with me. So, if you are here live, we're going to use the chat to interact a little bit today, but I do have all of the beautiful shares that you submitted when you registered for the call. So we've got lots of material for our clearing today, and our theme today, these sessions always have a theme. So this theme is shining light in the darkness. So what we're going to do today is some clearing around the darkness in the world and around our own capacity to shine our light into that darkness. And we're going to do that using the compassion key. So I'm a master compassion key practitioner, and I really love this modality, which is really about just giving ourselves compassion for what we're experiencing, what we're noticing, and allowing that energy of compassion just to dissolve all of that so that we can have greater freedom to share our light and really make a difference in the world as the light workers and light bringers that we are. And then towards the end of the session today, which will be about an hour, I'll do a light language activation to really just anchor us into that ability to share our light, really stand strong in our light and bring that to the world. So during the call today, if you're live, I'm going to invite you to interact with me through the chat. We'll do different batches of clearing and then just check in and see what's up for you, because also whoever is interacting today, that's really representing the group, and all of the clearings are of benefit to everybody. So we're thankful for that. So let's just take a moment to drop in, tune in, let go of our day so far, call in our higher selves and teams of light, and really feeling that light at this solstice today. So just closing your eyes, just taking a breath into your own beautiful heart, into that structure of light, matrix of light that you are in your human form, expressing that divinity that you are through this experience at this time on the planet. And let's all just really take a breath of acknowledgement that we have chosen to be here at this time, that we have chosen to bring our light here to the planet, and that we have all felt the call that is part of our purpose and our mission and our choice to express our light here and to be a way shower of light for others, simply by being that fullness of light that we are. So inviting in that fullness of our light, that our own divine presence, infinite self, higher self, however you want to express that, but really just connecting to the fullness of the light that you are, the source light, the divinity that you are, and inviting all of that in today, inviting in all of that and all of our teams of light, all of the realms of light, the masters, the angels, all of the loving beings that are cheering us on in our experience here on the earth at this time. And as we connect to our hearts and also to the heart of Gaia, this beautiful consciousness, this creating this realm in which we get to play and explore our own light, and also connecting to all of the loving hearts on this earth, all of the light of humanity, which is burning ever brighter, knowing that at this time, and particularly at the solstice time, there is such an invitation to awaken to the remembrance of the light that we are, to bring more of that light here, to anchor more of that light on the earth. And so really choosing at this time to open your awareness, your consciousness, your being to the light that is flooding into our planet now. And this is, more and more each year, we get more and more of this light opening up, activating us. And so taking a deep breath into your being, feeling every cell opening up to this light, and feeling that light activating you at the level of your DNA into that remembrance of the light that you are. That Christed light, really, this is really about all of us awakening to the Christ that is us, that crystalline light that is us, and being the way showers for those who are still finding their way to that remembrance of their own divinity, their own light. So just feeling into that, taking a deep breath of gratitude and appreciation, just asking that our call be guided today to be in the highest for all of us and for all of creation. So also in these calls, I get a channeled message about the theme. So I'm going to read that first and allow you just to receive that in your being and to notice any insights or feelings or thoughts that arise in response, and you can share those in the chat. So let's just take a moment to open our awareness to receive that. Great light is flowing to you and your planet now, and the solstice window is flung wide open to allow that light in. But you too must open yourselves to allow this light, not only to touch you and activate you in the deepest ways, but to flow through you to the dark corners of your world that are crying out for illumination. Many of you are what you describe as light workers, and you have an immense opportunity at the solstice to work this light into the fabric of your reality. Light is both particle and wave, matter and spirit, and you too have this ability to shift yourselves in and out of the physical realm and the formless realms of light. When you choose to activate the light that you are and know that you are so much more than your physical body and day-to-day human life, you have the opportunity to be a beacon of light in the darkness for those who are trapped in the density of form and cannot see beyond it or through it. Consider for yourselves what shining your light really means to you. Can you access that feeling of radiating light, love, and other high-frequency energies into the density around you? All of you know how it feels to encounter darkness in this world and in other people. And the key question here is, what happens to your light when you encounter that? Do you contract your heart and shut down your light out of fear or overwhelm? Or do you shine brighter so that your light illuminates the ignorance and pain that the darkness truly is? Many of you already offer your light and your gifts to guide and lead others, or you have the desire to do that. So consider how it feels to hold your light strong and shine so brightly that others may find a firm footing on the path of awakening to their own light. Consider also that if the sun stopped shining, the earth would be plunged into darkness and death. All of life would be in peril. Light is what nourishes life, and your light is a part of the greater light. The more you amplify your light, the more that you also nourish life on your planet and encourage the growth of a greater consciousness in the world. Light literally consumes darkness. So know that all you need do in these times is focus on nourishing your own light through self-love, through gratitude, through conscious, heart-centered connection with others and with nature, and by taking time each day to welcome the solar rays which are flooding into your planet now in ever-increasing intensity, and even more so at this solstice gateway. Remember, you are the light. You are made of light. Continue to amplify the light that you are, and the darkness can never prevail. So let's just take a breath to integrate that beautiful message from the family of light, which is who I connect to when I'm bringing through these messages, and just feeling that in your heart, feeling that in your being, and noticing any thoughts, insights, feelings that arise for you with that message. Thanks, Alison. Thank you. It was beautiful. And so, yeah, feel free to share any thoughts arising for you around any parts of those messages. So I have some phrases for us to work with, clearing phrases. So we're going to speak these aloud together. And just a reminder with the compassion key, this is about speaking from our whole higher selves to the parts of ourselves that may be holding feelings, beliefs, that have had experiences around, in this context, around the darkness in the world. And I also invited you in the intake forms to highlight what really breaks your heart, what the darkness in the world that really gets to you. And we're going to do some clearing around that. So I'm going to start with a few of these phrases. You're going to say them out loud after me. It's very important that you speak them aloud. It's in the speaking aloud that our being gets to respond, and that the energy, the karmic imprints that we may be holding in our being can get dissolved by the power of our own loving compassion. So we'll start with those phrases. Great. Thanks, Lisa. Awesome. Love the message, says Lisa. Okay, beautiful. All right. So I'm going to start with some phrases around humanity, around what's happening on the planet, around the darkness, the light, around the inability perhaps of humanity to break free of that. So I will say the phrases and leave a pause for you to say them out loud yourself. And then we'll have a pause in between each batch. You can share a little bit more, and we can do some clearing on anything else that's arising for you in response. So inviting you to take a deep breath into your heart and solar plexus and speak the phrases out loud after me. I'm so sorry they can't see their own light. I'm so sorry they got lost in the darkness. I'm so sorry the world got lost in the darkness. I'm so sorry you got lost in the darkness. I'm so sorry you came to shine your light and you got lost in the darkness. I'm so sorry you couldn't help them to see their own light. I'm so sorry there are so many shadows. I'm so sorry there are so many shadows and not enough light. I'm so sorry your light wasn't strong enough to dissolve the darkness. I'm so sorry you think your light is not strong enough to dissolve the darkness. I'm so sorry you held back your light. I'm so sorry you hold back your light. I'm so sorry you want to be a beacon of light, but you're scared of the darkness. I'm so sorry they're scared of the darkness. I'm so sorry they're scared of the light. I'm so sorry you're scared of your light. Okay, we'll just take a breath there. And thank you, Lee. I do want to pick up on what you shared there about the darkness or the void being the womb of creation too. Absolutely, it absolutely is. And so in these phrases, when we're using the darkness, we're talking about that as the darkness that is, has an agenda that isn't positive. I absolutely agree, Lee, that the darkness is also this beautiful quality of the yin void space, the earth where the seeds grow. It absolutely is. So just for the purpose of these phrases, when we say the darkness, we'll talk about that in that sense of the darkness. And it's also very true that because there's that distortion, that wasn't that value of that, that deep feminine energy of the yin, the womb space, that's been distorted. We do have this distorted version of the darkness. So let's actually do a couple of phrases around that, right? And I love that you say that different word. So misdirected energy, one of my teachers used to talk about darkness just as polarized light. So yeah, we probably do need a new word for that, but maybe we will say, I don't know, we'll have to think about that. So share with me if you come up with a good expression for that. But yeah, let's do some phrases just around that, since that's arisen already. Thanks, Lee, for sharing that. I'm so sorry they distorted the darkness. I'm so sorry they polarized darkness and light. I'm so sorry they turned darkness to their own ends. I'm so sorry that light was glorified over darkness. I'm so sorry that masculine was glorified over feminine. I'm so sorry they used darkness for their own ends. Yeah, I'm so sorry both the light and the darkness were devalued. I'm so sorry that darkness is equated with doom and gloom. I'm so sorry darkness was used to keep people from their light. I'm so sorry they made people scared of the darkness. I'm so sorry they got stuck in the darkness. I'm so sorry that the light that was supposed to birth from the darkness was prevented. Yeah, thanks, Lee, for flagging that use of skin color. Yeah, I'm so sorry that they vilified those who were darker. I'm so sorry they made people afraid of darkness in all forms. I'm so sorry that the world is so polarized. I'm so sorry they turned light into darkness. I'm so sorry there's so much false light and false darkness in the world. I'm so sorry it's hard to discern between true light and false light. I'm so sorry they couldn't see the gifts in the darkness. I'm so sorry they got stuck in darkness and forgot to balance it with light. And we could do that the other way around too. I'm so sorry they got stuck in light and forgot to balance it with darkness. I'm so sorry that the truth is so slippery. I'm so sorry that they lost their discernment. Yeah, I'm so sorry the lies and the programming are so powerful. Okay, beautiful. I'm going to do a few phrases. Keep sharing. That's great. Thanks so much for all of that. I'm going to do a few phrases around, the kind, and feel free to share these. What are the aspects in the world that you'd like to shine a light on that really break your heart, that represent these distortions that we've fallen into, which do need to be illuminated, do need to have that light of truth brought to them. So I'm going to do a few phrases around this. Feel free to add any extra ones into these ones. Okay, so let's continue with speaking the phrases out loud. Another deep breath into your heart and solar plexus. I'm so sorry humanity disconnected from nature. I'm so sorry humans disconnected from their own true nature. I'm so sorry that humans distort their own light. I'm so sorry they get stuck in the wounds and stories of the past. I'm so sorry they don't think for themselves anymore. I'm so sorry they just do as they're told. I'm so sorry they're numb. I'm so sorry they're like machines on autopilot. I'm so sorry they're programmed to ignore their own light. I'm so sorry the programming is relentless and exhausting. I'm so sorry they're trapped. I'm so sorry you're trapped too. I'm so sorry they're afraid of having choice and power. I'm so sorry it takes so much energy to break out of the system. I'm so sorry the system is so powerful. I'm so sorry there's so much war and famine. I'm so sorry there's so much destruction and desecration. I'm so sorry there's so much hierarchy and oppression. I'm so sorry there's so much abuse and violence. I'm so sorry there's no respect for nature and for people. All right, let's take a breath. So if you've just joined, we are speaking some compassion phrases around what we're seeing in the world that we feel needs to be illuminated, what we notice as that negative expression of our creative energy, which needs to be shifted, needs to be enlightened. Yeah. So Alison says, my heart is breaking for humanity right now. So we're going to go into some phrases around your feelings for that. And one way we could do this is to just imagine that if you draw a circle in front of you and you're putting all of these situations, the pain, the suffering, whatever's going on in the world, particularly whatever really breaks your heart. I know for me, war and what happens to children and families and women, that's something that really, and also the destruction of the earth. Those are things that really, touch my heart. So whatever that is for you. So I'm just imagining we're putting all of that into a circle. And then I'm just going to invite you just to notice how you feel as you look at all of that going on. So we're going to give ourselves compassion for what we feel, what we notice, what we observe. And in the process of doing that, we're actually lightening that by shifting what we're holding around that. We actually get to lighten that. And that really contributes to freeing that, because we're all part of this kind of karmic interaction. So the more that we clear that for ourselves, the lighter that we can feel in our hearts, the more that we can just witness with compassion and hold our hearts open for all of that to shift. So feel free to share. And I'm going to just do some phrases based on what's already been shared when you register for the call. So, okay. Another deep breath into your heart and solar plexus, saying the phrases out loud after me. I'm so sorry it breaks your heart. I'm so sorry you're sad. I'm so sorry you're disappointed. I'm so sorry you're frustrated. I'm so sorry you're enraged. I'm so sorry you feel powerless. I'm so sorry you feel hopeless. Thanks for sharing. I'll do some other ones from the chat. I'm so sorry you feel distracted. I'm so sorry you feel discombobulated. Such a great word. I'm so sorry you feel disconnected. I'm so sorry you feel irrelevant. I'm so sorry you feel unimportant. I'm so sorry you feel worthless. I'm so sorry you feel like a slave. I'm so sorry you feel alone and isolated. I'm so sorry you feel imprisoned. I'm so sorry you hate watching them suffer. I'm so sorry you can't save them all. I'm so sorry you feel ineffective. I'm so sorry it's hard to go against the grain. I'm so sorry it's hard to fight the tide. I'm so sorry it's hard to be a disruptor. I'm so sorry it's hard to be a light leader. I'm so sorry it's hard to change beliefs and the status quo. I'm so sorry it's hard to be here on this planet at this time. I'm so sorry it's dangerous to be a disruptor and a leader. I'm so sorry you're afraid nobody will listen to you. I'm so sorry you gave up because nobody listened to you. I'm so sorry you followed your own path instead. I'm so sorry you tried to walk away, but you couldn't. I'm so sorry that being a light worker is a thankless task. I'm so sorry that bringing your light to the planet is a difficult mission. Okay, let's take a breath. Okay, so just noticing if any of those are really hitting you. Notice if anything else is coming up. Feeling free to share that in the chat. Lead written poverty. Maybe you want to just expand on that. Is that poverty that is really breaking your heart, or experience of poverty in yourself? Feel free to elaborate on that. Yeah, both. All right. Okay. All right. So let's just do a couple of phrases around that. And then I'm going to do a little bit more around being punished for shining your light, not being free, all of those kind of situations. So you can share also feelings around that. So I'm so sorry everyone got trapped in poverty. I'm so sorry you got trapped in poverty. I'm so sorry they got trapped in poverty. I'm so sorry everyone got cut off from the infinite flow of abundance. I'm so sorry everyone fell into the illusion of poverty. I'm so sorry everyone forgot that they were source light. I'm so sorry you couldn't be free to shine your light. I'm so sorry everyone couldn't be free to shine their light. I'm so sorry you weren't free to radiate your highest frequency. I'm so sorry you weren't free to radiate the frequency of unconditional love. I'm so sorry the world couldn't be bathed in unconditional love. I'm so sorry there are so many obstacles to overcome. I'm so sorry you're encumbered by the weight of history. I'm so sorry humanity is encumbered by the weight of history. I'm so sorry it's hard to change the story of suffering and struggle. I'm so sorry they only tell the stories of suffering and struggle. I'm so sorry society and culture conditioned you to hold back your light. I'm so sorry your ancestors couldn't shine their light freely. I'm so sorry women couldn't shine their light freely. I'm so sorry women can't shine their light freely. I'm so sorry light workers can't shine their light freely. I'm so sorry light workers get punished for shining their light. I'm so sorry light workers are destroyed for shining their light. I'm so sorry they tried to extinguish your light. I'm so sorry light workers can't be free to be inspiring guides for humanity. And I'm just going to add one there. Thanks, Lee. I'm so sorry children couldn't shine their light freely. I'm so sorry children can't shine their light freely. Yeah, I'm so sorry that light workers became slaves. I'm so sorry they harnessed your light for their own ends. I'm so sorry they plugged into your light and used it for their own purposes. I'm so sorry they exploited your light. I'm so sorry they weaponized your light. I'm so sorry you thought you were working for the light, but you weren't. I'm so sorry they manipulated your light. I'm so sorry there was no gratitude for life.
So sorry there was no gratitude for life.
Okay, so it's taking a breath. So I'm glad that came up actually, because this is this can be a real issue, actually. And I have worked with several light workers in one-to-one sessions where their light was exploited. They thought they were doing something good, and they were actually, their light was being used for the wrong purposes, which can then lead to, of course, a fear then. And feel free to share if you have that feeling that, if you share your light, maybe it will be misused, or perhaps that you have misused it. So I'm going to do a few more phrases around that, because that is a big, can be a big thing for light workers. So let's do a few more phrases, and feel free to share if anything's coming up for you around any of those. All right, so name deep breath into your heart and solar plexus, saying the phrases out loud after me. I'm so sorry you're afraid to trust the light. I'm so sorry you're afraid to trust your light. I'm so sorry it's so easy to be led astray. I'm so sorry your innocence leads you astray. I'm so sorry you've misused your light and power in the past. I'm so sorry you accidentally burned yourself up. I'm so sorry you accidentally burned others up. I'm so sorry you didn't know what was really happening. I'm so sorry you believed what you were told. I'm so sorry you thought you were fulfilling your mission, but you were working for them. I'm so sorry you hated yourself for being manipulated. I'm so sorry you're afraid to shine your light again. I'm so sorry that if you shine your light, you might attract unwanted attention. I'm so sorry you're afraid that if you shine your light, bad things will happen. I'm so sorry that shining your light leads to trouble and suffering. I'm so sorry you thought the light had abandoned you. I'm so sorry you lost faith in the light. I'm so sorry you felt betrayed by the light. I'm so sorry you couldn't understand how the light could let those bad things happen. All right, so let's take a breath. I also want to reiterate that, when we're saying these phrases, we're not naming this as truth, but we are naming the subjective experience of parts of ourselves that have had these experiences of their light being manipulated, weaponized, used against others instead of for others. And also just that we have had experiences sometimes where we've unwittingly, actually contributed to that harm. So all of that can lead to fear of stepping in our light. But so feel free to share if anything else is coming up for you. That's most of the phrases that I had. So yeah, let me know if anything else is arising for you. And if not, we're getting near the end of our call. Yes, our site is corrupted. And it might be worth also, if you want to check out, we did a call on power. I'm pretty sure we did a call on power earlier in the year. And that's a great one to look at. I'm pretty sure we did. If we didn't, we'll have to do one. So yeah, our society is corrupted. Let's do a couple of phrases around that. I'm so sorry you believe that society is corrupted beyond redemption. I'm so sorry that it's going to take so much to turn it around. I'm so sorry. It feels like an overwhelming task. I'm so sorry that so much light is needed right now. I'm so sorry you think you're too small to make a difference. I'm so sorry you forgot how powerful your light really was. I'm so sorry you forgot that there were so many bringing light to the planet. I'm so sorry you thought you had to do it all alone. I'm so sorry you were afraid that the light couldn't prevail. I'm so sorry it stopped you from standing up and speaking out. I'm so sorry you lost your strength and your backbone. I'm so sorry you forgot that you were part of an army of light. I'm so sorry you forgot that you were indestructible. I'm so sorry you forgot to keep your heart and your mind open. I'm so sorry you forgot that everything is light. All right, let's take a breath. Beautiful. Wow, that hour goes so quickly, doesn't it? Okay, we did start a little bit late, I think, but all right, so feel free to do some last shares if there's anything else you would like to put into the circle today, anything else you'd like compassion for. And I'm going to move shortly into our light language activation. So let's just share a little bit. What are you up for in the world? Let's really bring our collective intention into this and what we'd like to activate in ourselves. So how would it feel for you to be really standing in that power, that light, really being that beacon of light for the world, radiating that frequency of love and light, illuminating the path from others, as it said in our channeled message. Okay, Lisa's saying, yeah, lots of releasing today. Yeah, yawning, energy moving through. Yeah. Great. So this can happen with these phrases. It really just, as we speak the words, it just allows our being to kind of rewire, to let go of any of that distorted programming. Lee says, so much joy and creative expression, new, fresh, bright, bold, bodacious, brilliant, beautiful, lovely words there. So yeah, so as we start to speak into how we'd like that to be, how we see that in the world, this really can feel how that activates your being, and then we start to really resonate with that. Alison says, I've realized just how much I've forgotten about my light. Yeah, so we can get so caught up in what's wrong that we don't necessarily see how much we're already sharing our light. So we'll add that to our intention. Lisa's fun and collaborative growth and new learning. Yeah, like there's something so exciting, isn't there, about seeing all of that light being woven together, everyone bringing their unique light. I always talk about our soul signature, which is that signature of light within each of us. We're all bringing something different to the planet, bringing our light and weaving that together. So let's just take a moment to feel into all of that. How would that look and feel? Really activating that in ourselves now, and really tapping into the joy of that, how it feels for this planet, all beings, all of creation, just to be bathed in that light and love of divinity, that activating that remembrance that is the true nature of all of us. And so just calling now for a light language transmission, just to activate all of that now for us, and just allowing yourself, your higher self, to receive the frequencies in the highest way for you now, so that you can unpack those within your being and use that for your next level of empowerment around sharing your light. Beautiful. Kiri says, stepping through new doorways into anchoring new codes, especially the devas of nature and the elements, and sharing this with others. Beautiful. I love that. So feel free to keep sharing your intentions or holding them in your heart as we receive our activation today. Kuala kitana marsoteo kuala kachete no muruma kwake e pate ile. Tatena masato chio kwa ke pala kanana kia kaoro tu se chia marote. Kakia nama na tuia ala katata chimono tai siavalo no na chiela makwate I amara atano kote ja ia. Sanamana lantia barona ki le tela tan ataro kumate se isharo tas manukua kwate ip ine. Tatatena kare chang ator I masapuri ki chene lila alate. La tana no sa te tau ka I pasana a chili kit ala katono I urotai. Satana se tuti mari sibere ko masetiti e kata te uma sa e akata te shere me sere ko ta me shele I taro mote ta I akala ke te no chele me e akata li chotane cheti sat ammar cheruk samara ki te ala kata ne mote kua ake ta sate I chana mani ora maole te iana pe te satata no ki chara ko masai ayakato ri chara mosawa e akiala pe te ana mosa yamaro te ia rate ne masote chile wa at ia kare te la sano de jimana ta mo ia bar te ia kare te I chene le ia marote ta sano no chele katana mo siriche e lip atano ti bela ti chero ne ese kata ti mi iala no te ri chero chene mala kabrite manti andi ate et no chore sare vedono ko chele mandande ia ma ote sare itar ko chele ne masato ti kana ikar tana aka kuchor ko tomo sore ete rotna masebe jimana te bakwa ateli te inanate la sate ti no chele ke at emma sato ti kuala atare ti ut ornote che tata zamana no ne ke te I tapsot ut ono chole ma atene ki aruta ana I katsara di no chale ilele ana mo te erkosana ua ak I deno te chele to sonani danon mani torko tani chena kata ia kano te I barute tata sar I tete tirs is nana tata ela kalsore me at elati sa teta sanana atan I tete no sheri mont ore matai akar atar o te e masai kiawa Kota na ahate ni mache I demoro ta orite satan etin machakorite sauro o ta arite ta tata na masoka chele manta amore ke sabar ke chicheno so oyepa ta tsimro chemra sabra atene katabro semana ataki adaru ko te chemna sobre ape, ta te tamasoka va chi alatan I te toro at ate. Sa tata a ke tene te totone ko a eche te anak a ko te barata ne te. Te tasaro te chana mo te para tote se awa akata nene ite. Tara tata sona che elimata por e te bara sona ki charo ko tamata ia. Sa tata ritmatata ti kata a khonene me jelo tono mato bare se tai ki ia. Latar in te no sote o chola ar mote I ratet aritin atatot sono ku awata itim atasote kia rota ene quam ase adiam natore. So just taking a deep breath, just receiving those frequencies. So they were showing me a couple of things there. So one was they were saying it's really as simple as flicking a switch. If for light to come, it is a flick of a switch. And so there's this invitation that in any moment, in any situation, for you to literally flick that switch. Am I in fear? Am I in love? Right? Am I in doubt? Or am I in that full awareness and belief of myself, the light? Like literally just a switch. The other thing that they were showing me there was going into our beings and illuminating these dark corners, and shame was something that was really highlighted there. Shame and guilt, where we've actually shut off experiences and feelings where we've failed, where we've misused our light. We've actually shut those into little dark corners within our being, these recesses in our being. So that we're going through that and flicking on the light and just illuminating all of those corners. And of course, when you open, when you just flick a light on, all of that shadow just instantly disappears. And as they said in the message, so that was really being shown. Also some rewiring, almost as if like literally, then for a light to go on, it needs to have that wiring, that connection. So showing that rewiring, particularly to these galactic connections, many of us having these starry soul lineages, right? And that there's a lot of light that wants to come in, particularly this solstice time, that wants to actually flood in. So opening up our being so that we can actually have those connections. It's literally showing me lots of plugs being plugged in. And this is something I often see in my one-to-one healing sessions too, when I'm working around the head, is these rewiring of these connections which have been cut off. And for us to have deep compassion for ourselves, because often it hasn't been any of our own doing, that actually these wiring and these connections have been actually cut off, but we can rewire them again. It's just a matter of and you might actually imagine that you are actually plugging in. So you could actually do this if you wanted to as a meditation, really consciously, and it's happening already. We've received that in the activation, but really consciously choosing to plug in and switch on all of your own light connections so that you can have that full experience. Like they're showing me, put the fairy lights on, it's like the lights on the tree, plug in your own Christmas lights or solstice, right? Which is, they've overlaid Christmas over solstice, right? So it's the lights, festival of lights. Okay. So become your own festival of lights, like plug them all in, shine them brightly, and access that joy of that. So also that coming through is really that it's actually so joyful to shine a light, because it is your true nature. It's actually what you came to do, and it actually is such a natural thing. It's actually not natural for you to be holding it back and doing it, and it takes a lot of energy to be holding it back. So I hope that that's helpful. So, and you've got some comments coming through. Flip the switch, yes. Yeah, beautiful. Eliminate the hidden corners of shame and guilt. Yeah, release that sense memory. Yeah, and let the love through. Beautiful. Yeah, let the river flow to the infinite ocean of unconditional love. Love that. Yeah, festival of lights. Thanks, Kiri. Thanks. Yeah, okay. Alison says, I felt the clearing activation was actually uncomfortable, like a breaking up of energy. Yeah. So, flushing out those dark corners, we can hold a lot of that in us, that shame, and we identify with it, and then we feel unworthy. And so that just leads to, that result that we're not sharing our light. So there is also a call around worthiness as well. So you can check out all of the replays, the SoulPower replays at the moment. They're up on YouTube. So go back and check out some of the early ones you might have missed. Okay, yeah, no, I'm still talking. So Leah, I don't know if you've lost sound. Yeah, okay, beautiful. All right, well, we're wrapping up now. So we're on the hour. Thank you. Yeah, Lisa says, love the sense of being a festival of light. Yeah. just really feeling the joy of being a light in the world, how much fun that is, right? And we all love the Festival of Lights. You know, it's a natural thing. We are all naturally drawn to the light, as all forms of light are, and we need that light. So go forth, shine your beautiful light. I will be sending out an email with the replay and also a link to book a 30-minute session with me. If you want to explore any of these issues further with me, there's that opportunity. Beautiful. It's fun being light, says Alison. Yes, says Lee. Thank you all of you who are live today. Beautiful to have you with you. Thanks to everyone catching the replay. And we'll be back again next month. I'll feel free to let me know any themes that are rising for you that you'd like to work on in these sessions. And thank you again for your beautiful service, because everything that we do in these sessions is of service to the world as well. So have a beautiful, beautiful solstice. Go and enjoy the light, shine the light. Thanks, everyone. Lots of love, and I will see you again very soon. All right.